They started. Can you believe it? Oh. They started without me, but they had to pause. So you guys didn't miss anything. Alright, co-main event of BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 99 already. 99 Friday nights. I have been here. Spent the entire Tuesday contacting gamers to get a couple of fun best of fives for you guys going on the Friday night. Where BASILISK has put me in the lovely position to give out 500 bucks. 99 Fridays. Honestly, I find it pretty remarkable.
Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. In the top left side, the man who said, check your Discord because my opponent is having some big talks in the vetoing process. It is Shopify Rebellion's very own Harstem. Harstem will not be going to the Esports World Cup. He did not try to qualify, but he is obviously as active as ever, streaming almost every day and playing in every tournament online, offline that he can play in pretty much. Bottom right side of Incorporeal, we're looking at the main base of the man who recently picked at 6,500 MMR. Like, that's insane. Honestly, when he sent me that screenshot, I was shocked. I was like, how the hell did he do that? I know he's good, but 6.5 is not just good. That's mega good. Incredibly impressed. It is a Russian Zerg, YoungYakov. It is indeed a J Money Magic, his birthday. Happy birthday, matey. And after this, guys, we have a youngster from Russia who's also celebrating his birthday. The man who was on the poster. GG Machine. You wouldn't mind a little song? I don't think I can do a song for you. But I can wish you a very happy birthday. And hope it's an amazing day. And hope you will enjoy this Zerg and the next Zerg. Because I know that's where your passion is. And on top of that, I hope in the upcoming 5 days, you have a lot of Zerg science victories to cheer for. It should be alright, right? We should have a couple to look forward to. Very curious who Serral is going to play in the first round of the EWC. If it's Beyond, that's such a big match in round 1. I mean, obviously, almost every game at Esports World Cup is big, but Serral Beyond round 1? Whew. I mean, it's either Serral or it's Clem who can get Beyond, if Beyond makes it through the open bracket. There's obviously a chance that it's going to be the two Germans, HeroMarine and Lambo. There's also a chance that it will be Max Angel. What do you think of Harstem's chances of qualifying for EWC, where he had tried? I think he'd have a decent percentage, but I don't think he'd be a favorite. I have covered it a couple times. I think Harstem would have a shot for sure. Because like Harstem has his days, right? Harstem has a lot of days where he's good. And then he's got a few days where he's ridiculously good. If he has those days when it matters the most, he could have done it. But I don't think he'd be a favorite to qualify. So Yakov did not even want to veto a 4th map, guys. Because he said he thinks the only thing he needs is 3. The confidence. You let them sing Sigma Boy in a karaoke bar, and look at that. Oh, this is very weird by Harstem. I don't really like it. It might work out though. It's actually working out. I'm shocked, but this is good for Harstem. Already getting 3 drones. He's gonna get more. He makes it. No, it's just 3. That's very weird, guys, because normally you keep the adapts together, so you one-shot a drone. Harstem had 1 adapt on the right, 1 adapt on the left. But that made it very difficult for Yakov to properly split his units and save drones. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that was an accident, but kind of worked out for the captain. Harstem keeps his Oracle at home, activates Pulsar Beam, doesn't even get a single link. Good job there by Yakov. Was obviously looking for the bait, was looking for Harstem to activate Pulsar Beam, and Harstem did click the button. Loses 25 energy on the Oracle. Maybe you can get an Adept here if you're Yakov. I don't think you're going to get the Pylon. But second Oracle is out now, guys, so second Oracle should be coming. That is a very exposed Adept, so Harstem is going to lose this Adept. Ooh, the 2 Oracles turn around. Both of them were already out and about on the map. Saves his Pylon though. I mean, in the end, it's a bunch of Zerglings for an Adept for a probe. Oh, this is cute. Harstem wipes in a Stalker. You know what I'd really love, guys? If Harstem wipes in another Stalker. Since we know that he's going Resonating Glaive Adept, that's not something that Yakov can be certain of. If Harstem would now show him a couple stalkers, and then he would actually show up with a bunch of adepts with glaive, that'd be big. Hello, SSBM. Doing good, mate. I had a happy Friday. I had a Subway sandwich today, so. And I got a haircut. What a Friday. And I played Padel. And Big Brain Bouts. I mean, is there a better Friday to ask for? I know, I'm bragging a little bit. Subway sandwich and stuff. You know. Sorry, guys. Every now and then I gotta sneak in a sort of flex. Already, Templar Archives as well. I'm a little bit surprised about that. I don't know if it was that solid in the end, but it started good, but then I got clapped, right? 2 or 3 games in a row, but... EWC Friday. Friday is the second to last. Oh, you mean next week? Yeah, of course. That's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for that 43 degrees Celsius, baby. It's just dry heat, so it's no biggie. Harstem is going to the bottom side of the map with 11 adepts. Leaves 1 in the center of the map. Double Oracle, 11 adepts. Yakov at the moment has no roaches, but he's about to build 6. Ooh, that was so close, Yakov. That was so close. Harstem could let this shit finish up. Decent surface area at the adepts, but the roaches need to show up. The roaches will start showing up. Queens are very low. 1 Oracle is mega low, but Harstem keeps both Oracles alive. Honestly, sick. Killed like what? 3, 4 queens there. 3 queens. Keeps both of the oracles alive. They're mega low, but he keeps both of them alive. Huh. What do you think about the newish Subway sandwich recipes? Recipes. Receipt is different, right? I don't know. I am very boring. I always get the spicy Italian. You know, at the most recent Home Story Cup, we were talking about Subway. And then Baby Marine, Reynor's younger brother, is like, what's Subway? And I'm like, what? I was like, Subway sandwich? He's like, what's that? I was like, and it turns out he had never heard of Subway, he had never seen a Subway, and he had never tried a Subway. So I got him a Subway sandwich the following day, because I felt that he had to try it at least once in his life. He seemed like he wasn't the biggest fan, because I put 1 or 2 ingredients on it that he wasn't fond of. But yeah, he wasn't with me, so I gave him my order, but obviously everybody's got like a different personal preference, right? I feel like it's a thing in Italy. I can't imagine it's not a thing. But I know that he's never really lived in the big city, because obviously he grew up in the same place as Reynor, and they don't really live like in the center of a big city, so you won't obviously have a Subway sandwich in like a tiny village in the middle of nowhere. You've never seen one? I feel like it must be there. Wing it. Harstem's oracles continue to be annoying. Yakov is on 80 drones right now, though. I gotta say, it doesn't look bad, right? What Yakov is doing. Even though I'm not sure about this. That looks kind of bad, but it's just a couple Zerglings. Making 6 more Overlords, firing up the hive. This could be a long series between these two. Yeah, I think there was a massive explosion once upon a time, Aval, and then I think a lot of them disappeared. We've also had a few disappear. But then there's also a few that have lived forever. Or they like close at one location of the city and then they move like across the street. I was like, alright. I'm sure that was worth the hassle. They should have just taken it over. If one guy wanted to sell one and the other guy wanted to start one. It's like maybe he should have just made an offer. No, I don't know who Jared. I know Jared as Pig, but I don't think Pig has anything to do with Subway. So I don't know that. I'm a fan, and I know it's not healthy, guys, and I know it's bad for you, but a lot of things are bad for you. I feel like once in a while, you should be allowed to have a Subway sandwich. Harstem is going to try to sneak a War Prism into the main base of Yakov. Yakov doesn't have a lot of units here. What Yakov does have is a crazy amount of units on the left side, so he's going to jump on this little army of Harstem. Obviously, as a Zerg, guys. Ooh, wow. Did Harstem put the Prism above the Spore? There's no way that a single Queen would have killed that Prism. Big missed opportunity here, guys. Jersey Mikes. I've tried Jersey Mikes a few times when I was in America, and I do like it, but it's a bit complicated. And I used to really love Quiznos until I had a very bad Quiznos once, and then it kind of ruined Quiznos for me. But I used to be a big fan of Quiznos too. Subway isn't popular at all in Italy. I believe you guys. You don't have to be a fan, guys. Just because I'm a fan, you don't have to be a fan. But I do feel like you should try it at least once. But Baby Marine said he'd be willing to try it again, but then he wants to be in the store and he wants to get his exact order. Yakov snipes the Archon. That's pretty good. Harstem drops the Storm. Second Storm in range as well. Third Storm, maybe slightly overkill, but... Oh, this is going to be hard though for the captain. Because right now, guys, Harstem's army is not crazy big. He has spent money on a fleet beacon. He has spent money on a Tempest transition. This is a difficult army to deal with, but you also have to worry about this army. Can Yakov break Harstem here? I don't think he's going to like break him, but he's definitely going to kill some stuff. Eating storms, killing 7 workers. Overall, very good defense by the captain. And Harstem's so confident even that he's still harassing on the other side of the map. Those Zealots, unfortunately, you don't have charge yet. Fantastic first game between these two. Your wife lost 5 guys, so you asked for a divorce? I love 5 guys. I had 5 guys on Monday with Magneth. Magneth had never had 5 guys in his life. They don't have it in Egypt, so I took him to 5 guys. And after I bait 5 guys, he said, man, it's actually like pretty good. You can get so many fries and a nice hamburger and a shake and all of this for like 15 bucks. And I'm like, bro, it wasn't 15. But it was great. It's a lot of lurkers. A lot of lurkers in range of the cannon. A lot of lurkers in range of the stalkers. Nice storm on the side of Harstem. I don't know if Harstem can really break all of the lurkers though. Obviously, guys, the Tempests are amazing against lurkers, but they need some time. And Yakov right now doesn't want to give Harstem that time. Oh, that's a questionable blink by Harstem. I think, well, he gets away with it. He gets away with it. Sure, a few of the stalkers die, but overall, it's a really good hold. And Harstem actually takes the supply lead. Impressive. Oh, it's not easy. I was kind of worried for Harstem. Now, Yakov needs to be careful. He's chasing the War Prism, but the real army of Harstem is here. Harstem's got 1,200 gas as well. So he could warp in a couple of High Templars and get a few more Archons. I don't know if this is the kind of army, guys, that Harstem needs to step on creep with. I think Harstem is in a good spot right now, and it's about to become a whole lot better with the Mama ship out, more Tempest, +3. I don't think right now he wants to step on creep. Yakov fires up with Reynor glance and drops a Nidus network as well, as he's got one overseer that's just been chilling in the main base for a while. Think it's gonna be a banger best of 5? I hope so. I feel like our first 2 matches were really good, but they were obviously kind of short, right? So we need a couple of longer games to make sure that it's a successful and fun Friday evening. As 4 Zealots get warped in, Queen gets picked off, warping gets cancelled. Harstem even saves all of his Zealots. Harstem's playing good. Definitely not an easy game for the captain, but he is playing good and he's starting to find more and more pickups. And Yakov is now in, I'd say what is a bit of a scary position. He is about to get Hydra Dash. Harstem does not have a crazy amount of storm, but he does have so much money. I mean, Yakov is in trouble. 85 drones, but he doesn't have a penny in the bank. And Harstem's army is here and is ready to battle. We don't have a Spire, so Corrupt is not really an option at the moment. I'm sure if Yakov was richer, he would have gone for it. We have an Overseer flying towards the main base. He is looking for a Nidus. But I don't think the Nidus is the play here. We need to somehow figure out a way to deal with his army. Maybe sometimes the best defense is offense. What is this? Just Zerglings. They've got a Dreno, but it's not necessarily good enough. He's going to put a lot of units in the Nidus. Lurkers are burrowing. We have a Nidus maybe. Oh, it's just Lynx, I think, for now, right? Just Lynx. Harstem's got an answer. Harstem's got Zealots in the bottom left side, and Harstem is just going to win this game with Storms and Tempest and the Mothership. It's the captain who takes the 1-0 lead. Ah, fun game. Fun game with a lot of interactions back and forth. Yakov had Harstem under ropes once or twice. Did a good job in splitting up his army. But Harstem made a lot of correct choices while being under pressure. And eventually got where he needed to be. And from there on out, I wouldn't say it was easy, but he got the job done. I guess we do need a map 4. Well, I mean, it would be sad for Yakov if it backfires, right? And he goes 0-3. He did not. Gun squad. Sep 1, 3-1. Specials win was very cool though. As much of a strategic victory as you're going to see in 2025. It was excellent, but Sep overall looked a bit better. Nice win for him, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sep is just very good, right? We saw that Home Story Cup, and there is a reason why he's been on Team Roddy for a little while. If I wouldn't believe in the kid, he wouldn't be receiving my hard-earned buckies. 1-0 lead for Harstem. Game 2 will be played on Persephone. He's on the Orator. I think it goes for a lot of people that watch some Starcraft, but just not all the Starcraft. That they are a lot more familiar with names than they are familiar with the current skill of some players. And kids like Fjont, Sep, HeroMarine are just freaking good right now. They're not quite at the level yet of someone like Harstem, but they're at the level where they can really make him sweat and they can beat him from time to time. Cuckoo is unfortunately not really playing. Cuckoo is an MMA fighter right now, mate. He's an accountant and he's training MMA non-stop. He has actually had an official fight as well. Well, it's like amateur fight, obviously, but still official, like a little championship. He was excited over Battle Aces. Obviously, Battle Aces got cancelled, so he's not really playing anything at the moment. He's still following Starcraft a little bit. He stops by the stream sometimes, says hi, but Cuckoo is not really playing.
Round 2, fight!
Especially in 2v2, eh, Prof Noggy? I noticed that in 2v2, Night Phoenix gets very good results. Bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of the captain representing Shopify Rebellion, taking the 1-0 lead. It's Harstem. Top left side of Persephone, we are looking at the main base of our Russian Zerg. It is YoungYakov. Down 0-1, did look good though. Obviously had a lot of good moves. Maybe a tiny bit unlucky a few times, right? With the Queen's barely dying, the Oracle's barely surviving, a warp in being available. Yes, no, maybe. It was a close game. I think he's doing good, Watermelon. Whenever I talk to Cuckoo, he's always happy. And honestly, I am, like, as much as I want to see those kids play a lot of StarCraft, I'm also very happy that Cuckoo is smart enough to realize, like, you know, I'm 20. I'm no longer 15 or 16. I need to start thinking a little bit about my future. So I'm happy that he's got a job as an accountant. I'm happy that he's, you know, in shape. Obviously, MMA is risky, but as long as it's just like amateur and he's just getting himself very healthy, I think it's awesome. So I'm happy for him in that regard, and I'm sure we'll see him play some StarCraft again. If there's no other RTS that will replace us, and it doesn't really look like it, I'm very certain that we'll see Cuckoo play some games again. I think that's more for the absolute professionals, SSBM. I don't think he's at that level. I think it's a good thing the kid is happy and healthy, and is going to places where he can meet a lot of friends. I think it's good. I encourage all of it, and then some. I agree with everything about Battle Aces, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. Maybe one day we'll randomly get surprised by somebody else taking over the project and being like, you know what, we are going to try to make something out of this. Because it seems very silly to just stop it forever. My hope is that they are like offering it for sale and that somebody else wants to get into it, but they'd probably ask for so much. That's the problem. Because it hasn't been cheap to develop a game like Battle Aces. I hope that one day we get surprised. Because in my eyes, the game really does deserve a real shot. I will stand on it forever. And it's not because I like David Kim or I got invited to go to the office to see the game and play the game in the early stage. I just really like Battle Aces. Great sounds, great units, great feel. I think the user interface client was a bit boring, like when you're out of game. And maybe even in-game they could do a bit more. But like the actual game and the units, I was really a fan of all of it. That is true, Conric. That is true. But sometimes people are just selfish, right? They're like, if we don't get what we want for it, then no one's getting it. Or they can always like maybe use some of the designs or characters in a future game. Was casual that StarCraft? I wouldn't even say that. I really think it was just unique and different. It was not a StarCraft replacement, but it was mega fun. And if anything, you can also say that it was StarCraft 2 on steroids. Because, like, if I play a game of StarCraft, I'm obviously not the best player, but I still play at Grandmaster League level, I play against good players. The first 3-4 minutes, not a crazy amount is happening. Obviously, when it comes to the outcome of the game, the first 3-4 minutes can be very impactful, but it's not that stressful. While the first 3 minutes of a game of Battle Aces could be the end already. Like 30 seconds in, I was microing my ass off with a bunch of gun bots against whatever I was playing against. So I wouldn't quite say it was casual. It was pretty intense at a high level. What are you banging StarCraft? I'm definitely not banging StarCraft, but I am still enjoying StarCraft, yes. I'm still streaming StarCraft. Not banging it. I don't even know how that would work, but I'm just gonna say that I'm not doing that. Well, it's definitely not the end of Tencent. I don't know what it means for uncapped games. I don't know if uncapped games has like another game that they're working on, or if there's like another project in the pipeline. Obviously, Tencent is fine. Tencent ain't going anywhere, but I don't know exactly what it means for like uncapped games specifically. I hope that one day we learn more and we get to see a little bit more. Yakov has gone for a baneling nest this time around. Harstem is already moving out with a whole bunch of Stalkers. It's 11 Stalkers with a delayed forge. It's a bit of a Harstem special. And this is honestly scary for Yakov. If you take a bad fight here, if you're Yakov, you could be down 2-0, but he's got a decent amount of link. He's gonna get this around. That's really good for Yakov. An amazing catch here, guys, on a bunch of link Stalkers. Where are the Oracles? One Oracle is far back. Wow, only one? Did you watch the games of Vinny Cade in the past 2 days? So I took a look at Wikipedia, mate. I took a look at the score. I saw he had 3 wins and 4 losses, right? So I was actually wondering, is this like the end, or is there another way to make it into the playoffs? And I don't know what that means exactly in freestyle chess, because I assume that you can get pretty unlucky, right, in freestyle chess, or is it always fair? Obviously, I was hoping he was going to make playoffs and that I had a few games to follow in the playoffs, but I've been very busy this week. So I was not able to sit down and watch a bunch of chess. But I always follow results. It's the same with StarCraft. If I don't have any time to watch all the games, I will always be a Wikipedia fan. Same with real sports. Like, I don't have time to watch all the football games that I want to watch. But I always take a look at live score. And for me, like following our other members in different games is going to be the same. I won't always have time to watch them live, but I will, of course, try to keep track of their results. He's in the lower bracket? Ah, okay. He cannot win the tournament? Alright. Who is he playing in the lower bracket? It's alright. I'm gonna hopefully meet Vincent in Riyadh, because he will be going to the last chance qualifier. Oh, Prognosh. But Prog is very good in Classic, and not necessarily Mega in Freestyle, right? Well, that should be doable for Vincent. Obviously, they're all mega smart and mega good in everything. But I do watch Gotham Chess sometimes, TBD forever, but I just happen to be a bigger fan of the boat test sisters. Oh, I'm joking. But I do like the boat test sisters. I think they're very fun. I think Dina is awesome too, and I think Anna Kremling is awesome. Obviously, Gotham Chess is cool. I think Chess just has a lot of very good creators. Storm is ready on the side of Harstem. Yakov is here, but Hydra Linkbane does not have an overwhelming amount of supply. You think Dina is the best? I think Dina is very cool. Links, Hydras, and Banes working on... You don't want to use Banelings on the Nexus, by the way. So Yakov will get a kill on the Nexus, but that is it. He's not going to kill Harstem here. Too many, I want to say High Templars left, but not that many Storms, to be fair. You know, you're looking at cannons, we're looking at stasis traps, we're looking at batteries. Yakov basically splits off a bunch of units to take half a fight. It's a bit awkward. Dealing with the slow Zealot counterattack, guys. These slow boys made it all the way from home to the other side of the map. Pulled Yakov best. I'm rooting against Hans. I'm not enough of an expert to really comment on it. I know that Magnus is not a fan. And your Twitch crush. I thought I was your Twitch crush. Unbelievable. Who is ahead? It's a great question. I think I like it for Yakov if Harstem stays at home. But if Harstem has a move out with a bunch of High Templars, it could still get very scary. But obviously right now, guys, Yakov is just doing that. Oh, the High Templars are a bit exposed. High Templars are exposed, but Harstem keeps them safe. Yakov is just looking for another cancel, but he's not getting that cancel. This was very good for Harstem. Oh, now Yakov is out of position. This could get bad, guys. This is right before Hive, right before maybe some scary lurkers. Right, okay, I love that spine. That's gonna buy some time. I mean, if Yakov doesn't take too much damage here, it's okay. He doesn't have adrenal glands yet. Oh, this could hurt. And Harstem is moving out. I'd be very sad for Yakov if this game now starts falling apart, because he lost so many units going for that follow-up attack on the 4th base. More than your Twitch crush, Roddy. 6 months. There you go, guys. I just beg for compliments and I get a Twitch Prime. There we have it. Maybe one day, mate, I'll do some chess for you. Just be ready to rip your eyeballs out, because I'm bad with a capital B and an A that turns into a 4 and a capital D. I'm really bad. But I do like it. I've been watching a lot of chess. Did I see the Astronomer CEO thing? Yeah. I was talking with Pi about it earlier today. It's just like, even if you didn't want to see that, that's everywhere right now, right? You open your regular news website, they report on it. You open Instagram, you see it. You open Twitter, you see it. You open Discord, people are memeing about it. Like it's impossible to avoid that. It's everywhere. High Templars all by themselves. Oh no, Captain, my Captain does get the hatch. That's obviously big, but losing that many High Templars, guys, that cannot be the play. That was definitely not meant to go like that. And now Yakov has a bunch of Zerglings coming in from the bottom left. Oh, did Harstem just throw? Did Harstem just throw by losing all those High Templars? He's gonna have to recall, right? Yeah, he's gonna recall. But it's still painful. We're gonna lose a bunch of Stalkers in that recall. Does kill 14, 15 drones, make it 16. Oh. Pathing, guys. Pathing on this map can be clunky. I think Harstem thought the High Templars would be here and then go here, but instead they went the long way around. And that allowed Yakov to jump on top of all of them. If that didn't happen, I actually think Yakov's kind of dead. Serral at the same spine placement. Lings still without adrenal glands, without even +1. This is a rough fight for the Zerglings, guys. Upgrades matter. Upgrades matter. The Lings in the end, high enough numbers. What does Harstem have? 2 Tempers, a Mothership, and 3 High Templars against 8 Lurkers. Lurkers have seismic spines, do not have adaptive talents. How many storms? 3. Harstem doing such a good job, by the way. Non-stop rallying Zealots to the other side of the map. Harstem kind of cooking. No Overseer nearby, I think, for Yakov. I appreciate the question, by the way, mate, about Vincent. I think it's really cool. Some of you guys obviously into chess as well. Hopefully rooting for now, the only Basilisk chess member. But there is a good chance that we're going to change that one day. That's definitely the goal. That's one of my jobs, actually. Oh, we're very happy with Vincent. Yakov is very happy with Lurkers in range of probes and in range of a cannon. Harstem should have enough units to deal with this eventually. Yakov just looking to deal as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. Overseer in the main base, not quite dropping in Nidus yet. We've got 3 Zealots. That's not enough to deal with the spines, I think. Harstem has no detection. He does have detection. He was just not shooting at the right unit. Okay, Yakov gets the base. That's pretty big. What a good series, by the way, so far between these two. I'd really love this to go 1-1. Even though I think Harstem is still in a very playable spot. We have a player. We don't quite have a team yet. We have a player. But hopefully we can expand, right? Basically, we just started a game of Starcraft. We got a Nexus. We had 8 probes. And we started warping in our own pylon. The pylon is Vincent. Yeah, Vincent Kamer is with Basilisk. I'm very happy with him, obviously. And hopefully from here on out, we'll get more awesome players. Maybe a content creator, who knows? I think Vincent Kamer is a really, really, really good start. Obviously, that name will not ring a bell to you guys if you're not into chess. But if you do know chess, you know Vincent Kamer is pretty freaking awesome. But hey, if you look at our StarCraft roster, it would make sense that we also get awesome chess players, right? Yakov, his Spire is done, and he's making 7 Corruptors. But 7 Corruptors against 6 Tempest is rough. Yakov does have a lot of money. Does he have no larva or something? He's got 7 larva. Surprised that Yakov... no gas, right? He just has no gas. You can make links. The links do have +1 melee and the adrenal glands. Harstem has successfully rebuilt his 4th base. Yakov technically has 5, but we can also say that Yakov has 4.5. The Magic the Gathering guy in Basilisk seems pretty cool as well. Yeah, that guy is Ristic Studies, also known as Sam. Sam is an amazing guy. He's a Starcraft fan as well. He was watching every single game at DreamHack Dallas, I believe it was. Rooting for our guys. Not the most recent Dallas, but the Dallas before where I was there as well. Ristic Studies, if you guys are into Magic the Gathering and you watch content on YouTube, you probably know Sam. Sam is a really, really, really cool dude. And there's also a chance that we'll get more presence in the Magic the Gathering space one day. Nothing but the finest folks over at Basilisk, guys. And then there is me. Don't ask me how they ended up with me. You know, I guess even Chris and Hans make a mistake from time to time. But outside of that, nothing but amazing folks. Vincent Kamer, top tier. Sam, top tier. Reynor, Serral, Trigger, top tier. Carl Hill, top tier. And then there is Roddy. Yakov cannot win this fight, and it's so painful to leave a game with 2,000 minerals in the bank, but it's Harstem, guys, after 2 stunning games that takes the 2-0 lead. Let's go. The captain. It's definitely not easy. He has to work really hard for it, and Yakov, it feels like he's getting close, but Harstem is finding a lot of success, and if you ask me where did this game go wrong for Yakov, it was that second attack at the 4th base. The first one is like, okay, he didn't kill Harstem with Hydrolink Bane, but he did good, right? Like, he killed the Nexus, he killed some High Templars, or at least baited out a lot of Storms, and he knocked Harstem back to 3 bases. It's just the second wave didn't get anything done, and we lost a lot of Hydras, and we lost a lot of Banelings, and that made us very vulnerable to counterattacks, which Harstem always sets up, and from there on out, it was basically Harstem's game, even though Harstem did lose 1 base to Lurkus. It was just that second attack right before Hive, right before Lurkus, Adrenal Glands. I think Yakov gave up too many units that he had a hard time replacing. Cody Schwab? Who's Cody Schwab? I'm not too familiar with Cody Schwab. Any Dota 2 or CS2 team in the future? I obviously can't answer all the questions, Pianist, but I can safely say that I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Just because it is complicated to enter scenes that involve around the team. Right now, I think our main focus will be one-on-one games. So, StarCraft, chess, maybe a game like Street Fighter or Tekken or, you know, a few more. I mean, Smash Brothers is something that we'll definitely look at, even though it's a bit different, but we'll look at it. Team games is complicated, because obviously it's very hard to find 5 guys that you're absolutely in love with. Not the burger place, but 5 players or 6 players, however many you need. On top of that, it gets expensive. It can lead into drama. But never say never. It's all possible. We'll keep our doors open, but for now, main focus will be 1v1 games. Pro F1 team win. I don't think the F1 team, unfortunately, is going to happen anytime soon, but maybe we'll get into sim racing one day. Who knows? Bro is a lame though. What does a lame mean in Smash? Does that mean he's like a one-trick pony? Number 1 melee player in the world. I mean, melee is very cool. I think melee is awesome, but it's maybe. I'm not saying no, but I'm not the one who's necessarily in charge. I do hope, personally, guys, and this is not me as a professional speaking, this is me as a fanboy speaking. Personally, I do hope that I get to see the day where we enter some of the team games. Like, I've always loved Dota, even if I haven't played a game in years. Dota is a game that's very near and dear to my heart. I think it's one of the best games ever made. Be freaking awesome. If I could go to an event and I can root for the Basilisk Dota guys, I'd be so happy. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. League would be very cool. Maybe we can make Reynor the captain. Who knows? Maybe Reynor can actually make us cheer for him in League. Counter-Strike is not really my game, but You never know. I don't think it's going to happen in the near future. But never say never. You guys can always join the BASILISK Discord and let them know which games you want to see them enter. They'll read it. They'll take it into consideration. Game 3 of our second to last series of the night, the co-main event. The winner of this best of 5 gets $100, the loser gets 25. It's been a fun series, but it's a 2-0 lead for this man.
Round 3. Fight.
Bottom left side, it is Shopify, the Rebellions, Harstem. Very strong performance by the captain. I thought it was kind of 50-50 coming into this one. He's looking damn good so far. Top right side, this man was pumped. He also said, what the hell, Roddy? GG machine greater than Yakov? Question mark. And I was like, it's his birthday. You know how it is, mate. I'm doing it because it's the kid's birthday. I know that this match is incredibly high level. He was very confident. Hopefully he still has that confidence. He's down 0-2. It's YoungYakov. We run predictions every single time before the series. Just not necessarily for every map. Do you think BASILISK will recruit another SC2 player or is 3 the max? I wouldn't necessarily say 3 is the max. But it would obviously A, have to make sense. B, there needs to be enough to look forward to. And C, he needs to be somehow truly extraordinary. Because it's obviously hard to complement a team that already has Trigger, Reynor, and Serral. 3 legendary players. And then obviously they have me as content creator. Like it's hard to add anything to that team. But I wouldn't say that it's impossible, but it's not that likely. And obviously it goes without saying that I've had a lot of messages from a lot of gamers, also Koreans, be like, hey Roddy, can I join BASILISK? Can I join BASILISK? Unfortunately, you can't have everyone. You heard there is a quickly improving 3.9 Zerg player. Woo! My manager senses are tingling right now, and I'm on the edge of my seat. Roddy's pushing for a Mechabellum spot? No. I've obviously, if I feel like that is the right choice, Mechabellum is the kind of game that would make sense for BASILISK to eventually get players in. But I think that Mechabellum needs to grow a little bit and needs to have a bit more of a scene and a circuit. But Mechabellum is absolutely up the wheelhouse of what BASILISK is currently working with, right? Starcraft, chess, 1v1 game. So, I wouldn't say that that's impossible. But I'm not pushing for that yet. The day that we do decide to make that move, I will definitely throw my own hat in the rotation and be like, alright, I enjoy being the manager, but you know what, I really love being a gamer, baby. No, I'm very happy, guys. I'll be very happy to find lovely folks to represent us in Mechabellum if that day comes. It is a 4-gate opening of a Twilight Council for Harstem. What is Harstem going? It must be Glaives, right? Yeah, it is Glaives. It is Glaives. That looks team game, mate. Team game is unlikely. For now. But never say never. But that look obviously wouldn't make a crazy amount of sense right now. I do love that look though. It's a fantastic game. And I hope it will pop off and get the love that I think it deserves. Because I think it's a really good game. So Harstem, guys, up to a 2-0 lead in this best of 5, opening up 4-gate resonating glaive adept and no Stargate. Do you guys think that this is kind of like, let's see if we can have some fun with 4-gate glaive adept, or does he generally believe that this is fantastic on this map? I think it's risky. And Gabe can never leave Mouse. Gabe, his run with Mouse should be documented. Yeah, Yakov definitely knows he's getting the Roach Warren. Oh, just when I say he definitely knows, he's sending out drones over to the third. He cannot just fight this with 9 links, guys. That is a sharp timing by the captain. 420. Glaives is done. That's just a few links. 2 queens helping out. We've got a lot of extra links popping. We got a couple roaches on the way as well. Harstem is looking for drones. He's got more adepts coming to the top side of the map. What Harstem is looking for, guys, in total, I think is at least 10 workers. If we get 10 workers, we're pretty happy. If we get less than 10, we're going to be less happy. We're going to get 10 plus. Oh, man. Oh, Yakov. Yakov. He's got the roaches out right now. Already lost 12 drones. He's going to try to replenish those losses. Does he have any units left in the main? Not too many. That's still 3 at that. Oh, this is painful. Harstem is just flying all over Yakov. And it turns out we may not indeed need a 4th map. But that's not because Yakov gets the clean sweep. Yeah, a lot of lost mining time. It's very painful. No lair yet, so Yakov doesn't have the ability to just counter with a bunch of roaches with speed. So sharp by Harstem, at 420. 4 freaking 20. Nice save. Can we save another one? No, we didn't. We lost another drone. Got 4 more adapts here. I think the Overlord revealed it. Harstem is cooking up 15 workers, keeping Yakov on his own side of the map. I don't know if I would have picked Yakov as the favorite, but when I saw he was 6.5k, I thought he would have a really good shot in winning the best of 5. Of all the series, this is not one that I ever thought was going to be a 3-0. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Like, Harstem did lose 18 adepts, right? It's not that Harstem still has 3 oracles flying around. He did lose 18 adepts, but obviously it's good for Harstem, guys. It is very, very good for Harstem. Is Yakov thinking of countering of a lair tech? Lair tech all in? You know what? This might work out for Yakov, guys. This might work out. Oh, Harstem. I thought Harstem was going to move out, but he actually turned around. Harstem needs to scout this. Harstem needs to scout this. He's a couple roaches, but he's still building probes. Harstem is on 60 probes. It's an all-in for Yakov. It could work. It could absolutely work. That hallucinated Phoenix card has not been good. Now he sees it. Harstem cancels gases immediately. And it's going to be battery, cannon, warping. Can he do it? It's not going to be an easy hold. Harstem's still going to counter, by the way, the Mad Lab. Yakov can absolutely kill Harstem here, though. This is always a downside of not having a Stargate. Difficult to deal with this kind of stuff. 1 sentry with a lot of energy does get the force fields down. The Ravages will... I mean, Yakov needs big victories. He's not quite getting big victories yet. He's now trying to get on top of this little Protoss army. He's looking for a surround. Gets the surround of 1 Immortal. This is gonna kill it. A new Immortal has shown up, though. Losing a few probes is obviously no big deal for Harstem. Harstem has 2 adepts on the other side of the map. They're killing drones. I think Harstem just holds, man. Harstem is holding while killing drones on the other side of the map with those 2 adepts that we saw leave here towards the left side. And now Yakov is kind of dead. Man, that's a 3-0. The captain. Great scout with the hallucinated Phoenix. Obviously some people get triggered when you say that right now. But like, that's kind of like saying it's a great Guardian Shield. But it's not easy. Oh, great Revelation. Yeah, it's not easy. Protoss players need some compliments too, guys. Yakov does still have an army supply lead, and the batteries are kind of drained, but as long as there are a few adepts in the mix, I think that Harstem will always be fine here. Ravager count is high, but the Immortal count is looking solid. Corrosive Balls not quite connecting. Extra cannons finishing up. So many pylons, so we can't really easily unpower everything. Starting to look like it's a 3-0 for the captain. Or can the final links make the difference? Corrosive Balls everywhere. No, they cannot. GG. Harstem with the clean sweep. Honestly, big. Very, very big by the captain. 3-0 over YoungYakov. Harstem gets $100. Yakov will still get $25. Yeah, I sent that meme to Harstem. He said I didn't need a 4th map, and I took that personal. GG. Shame for Yakov. Honestly, the games were good. I feel like the 3-0 storyline or the 3-0 scoreline doesn't really do the series justice. I felt like the games were good and fun, but obviously it sucks to have our first trio of the night. We never won any trios. It was still fun. Good games, at least. Alright, I'll settle that prediction. And we get ready for our main event. Final series of the day. You guys did believe in Harstem. 60% went Harstem. 40% went Yakov. So Twitch shot 2-1 for the night. Look at that. Alright, who do you guys think wins the main event? The GG Machine is a name that you guys may not be that familiar with yet. But he's a 16-year-old Russian Zerg. Over 6,000 MMR. A very, very talented young man. And today is the day he turned 16. So I was never able to invite him to the Big Brain Bouts when he was 15 or 14, even if he was already very good. But BASILISK said, Roddy, one thing, invite guys that are 16 or older. I was like, all right. Well, today was the day. First time ever, GG Machine making his debut in the Big Brain Bouts. He's a very talented young Zerg from Russia. And he's going to play in the main event versus YoungYakov. Best of 5, BBB number 99 main event. Winner gets $150. The loser gets $50. Do you guys believe in a 16-year-old, very talented Russian Zergy? Or do you guys believe in the man who peaked at the most recent edition of the Home Story Cup, making it into the playoffs, YoungYakov, a Dutch Terran? But you never know. He could play random. He could play Protoss. But, of course, we know him as a Dutch Terran. 6K at 15. Yeah, he's very good. GG Machine is very, very good. I think it's going to be a fun series. I enjoyed Harstem Yakov. I don't think the games were bad at all. A little bit sad for Yakov, obviously, because I'm never looking forward to a 3-0, and I don't want anybody to lose 3-0 and get sad. But there will always be a next time for Yakov. He is very good. But today, Harstem was just better. That's just the way it is. Kudos to the captain. So 1-0 for the Dutchies. Can they make it 2-0? I'm going to take a couple minutes, guys, and then I'll be back with our final best of 5 of the night. GG Machine against YoungYakov. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good. I'll see you guys soon.